Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with
Here now, in this game, one goal, one team. Fight for that possession, gotta act fast. Another shot, another pass. The city comes to life and they got something to say. Come on, let's go. I feel devotion.
Game one of a mouth-watering series takes place here at the Oaka. Matthias Lesor looking to write his own legend. A blockbuster block. Bonzi, bullseye, Colson, Kostas Lukas throw it away. Maccabi have stunned the Oaka.
If we will not go to the Final Four, I will not be in Panathinaikos next year.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the playoff edition of The Player's View. My usual co-host, Jake Cohen, is going to be starring in Game 2 of the playoffs. Panathinaikos actor Athens versus Maccabi Playtika Tel Aviv. They're in Athens, Greece. Today's show, we got Tyrese Rice, who's a legend for both teams, having played for both, winning the EuroLeague championship with Maccabi. Can't wait to hear from the stories about this. Pick his brain as we have some big point guard injury news, how we're going to lift it up if you're on the team and what goes into that. But before we get into Tyrese, we're going to hear from the coaches, and here's Coach Katash.
We play better, especially defensively. Fourth quarter we did also the right things offensively, but we're expecting a really tough game. Like Panathinaikos, they're a really good team and a tough matchup.
Yeah, nothing changes. Going to be a hard-fought series all the way around, especially after losing on your home court in Game 1. Oaxaca was rocking. Fans had it turned up to the max. But to go down and lose Game 1 and then have the spicy takes from Coach Altamon after and what he was saying, boy, are we in for a good show today. Here he is.
Our defense will be the key. And of course, offensively, in the first game, we made a lot of mistakes, to miss the free throws, to make a lot of turnover. We need to be more calm and to play more smart in offense.
Okay, before we dive into the game, we are live on X and YouTube, so catch these games. And if before the end of that, you can get on over to EuroLeague TV. We still got the discount going, PV15 or Roll 15 for the rest of the season. But okay, Tyrese, let's just get right into it. Coach Ataman, after the game, obviously he's a very fiery coach, and he likes to overreact a little bit. That's kind of been his MO with pushing his players. He says if they don't make the Final Four, he's going to be out as Panathinaikos coach. Very interesting to put that own pressure on your own self, but he's done it many times, and it usually works out in his favor. So mindset of the Panathinaikos team, let's take it from the top. What are you thinking as a player if you're playing for Pana right now?
You understand that pressure is already there. Having home court advantage with the road to the Final Four, playing in Panathinaikos, it's a lot of history, within this organization. So it's just a little added boost. You already there, you already have expectations, especially being the number 2 seed in the EuroLeague playoffs. So I don't think it's much that Ataman could actually say that's going to add more pressure to what they already have, being the history of that club.
Yeah, and so you having played for Panathinaikos, the fans, when Pana is winning, and as you can see him here, I mean, they're already full, they're chanting big time, but as a player, do you feel that extra oomph that the fans are giving you, or at sometimes is it a little bit more pressure?
I enjoyed it. Honestly, I enjoy the fans. I like when the fans I like when they are on both sides, when they're giving us that extra boost, or when we're playing bad and they're letting us know, like, hey, y'all need to be playing a little bit better, for lack of better words. But, it's, I enjoyed both sides of it, because both sides are necessary. You can't just always be on a high, but playing in that building, if you're not built for it, if you haven't prepared for it, very, very tough. Very tough.
Very tough. And to your point, Maccabi was very well prepared. Coach Katash came with a great game plan, and they executed. So we're just going to take it from the top. You know, about a month ago, Kendrick Nunn and Wade Baldwin exchanged some quotes on social media. A lot was said about that, quotes, a lot of clickbait. But in just the personal matchup, you know, Kendrick Nunn, known to be a scorer, was held to 8 points. And Wade Baldwin ends the game with 15 points. Maccabi gets the ultimate win because they won. You hate to see Wade Baldwin go down with an injury. He's going to be out tonight with the hamstring issue. I was looking forward to hopefully 5 games of that. But it's a big-time injury. So for Maccabi's sake, you being the head of the snake, the point guard yourself, it was Wade Baldwin and Lorenzo Brown before that. So now it's just going to be Lorenzo. Probably going to see a little bit more of Tamir Blatt and John DiBartolomeo sometimes to give Lorenzo the break. But as a Maccabi player, and if you're in Lorenzo Brown's shoes, are you looking to dominate offensively with your scoring, or are you looking to get everybody involved? What's your mindset coming into the game?
I think you got to kind of feel it out, you know, from the beginning. See how the game's flowing, you know, see how guys are feeling, if shots are falling. You know, if you're out there making plays and guys are making shots, then you continue to do that and you pick your spots. But if you come out there and 2, 3, 4 minutes into the game, you don't really have a flow, then I think you have to look to, you know, put a couple points on the board and give your guys that boost that way. But I think it's just kind of seeing the flow of the game, not going out there trying to do too much, understanding that there is a long game, understanding that there will be runs in the game. So you don't have to, you know, get too low if they, you know, jump out quick or something like that. You know, it'll be okay. You know, you got a long time to make up for it. So making sure that those role guys are ready and they're with you and they're comfortable out there on the floor is probably the most important thing.
Yeah, I'm really – well, thank you for that. I'm really interested to see how Coach Katash fills the void in minutes. You know, I mentioned Tamir Blatt and John DiBartolomeo. Both smaller point guards, smaller guards. They, you know, mid-season signed Joe Thomason. He didn't get to play in Game 1, so I'm serious if he's going to get some of those rotation minutes. A bigger guard, as Grigonis had a very good game. Luka Vildoza had 3 threes. I know he's not Ataman's favorite player at the moment, but in 10 minutes, if he's going to score 9 points, maybe he'll look to get a little bit more run for this game. Joe got the size to match up with Vildoza. So very curious to see how that is. But in other injury news, we got word that Juancho Hernan Gomez is going to be out. He was dealing with the left calf and an illness issue. Hasn't been 100% confirmed, but that's what's been written down. So we'll find out here shortly. I think that would also be a big blow. He didn't score it all that well, but had 9 rebounds. 9 rebounds to go along with Matthias Lesort, because Lesort is just doing everything for them. He can't get all the boards. So I think that will play a big effect. Also in Game 1, Josh Nebo, you know, I thought was a little bit overshowered by Matthias Lesort. However, Josh Nebo ended up with 12 and 8. Very, very solid. He's been very key to these guys for Maccabi. Excellent in the short roll as of late, and that floater that I have seen, he's getting his head up to the rim level and just kind of dropping it in there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That floater kind of reminds me of D Rose a little bit. You know, D Rose used to jump really high on this floater and then just kind of, you know, just put the ball in the basket. Really,
yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. He played very well.
So fortunate to be that athletic.
Man, I wish I didn't have to shoot
game
mine to
2.
the sky.
That's one thing you were very good at, that extra high floater that Steph Curry like in the warm-up. But okay, so let's take the fans through. So here we are, Thursday night in Athens. Game 2, they played Tuesday night. It's a quick turnaround. Typically, Tuesday night, how it's going to go. You're going to come back to the hotel if you're Maccabi, or Pana's going to go home. Obviously, you're going to eat. You're so full of adrenaline, you're probably not going to be able to go to sleep until, you know, about 3 o'clock. A lot of guys, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning after a game. You're going to sleep in hopefully late as possible Wednesday morning. Try to eat and hydrate. You're going to come into the gym, get some shots, get loose, try to work out any, you know, kinks in the back or somewhere you got hit in the left calf like Juancho. Try to get those out. Get your rest, get a good night's sleep, and then back to shoot around Thursday morning to go over your game plan. Maybe you switch up a little bit, see some things that worked, some didn't. Pre-game meal, and then here you are getting hyped up. I was a big coffee guy, so right before the game, I had a tall one going to the game, and then right before we went out, I had a nice little espresso shot, juiced up. Tell me, what was your pre-game routine?
It wasn't coffee, I can tell you that. Coffee wasn't it. The coffee would have had me through the roof. I would have been a little bit too turned up if I had some coffee for the game. But usually it involved a lot of not too much rest. I like to kind of move around a little bit, walk around. Like I was one of those guys that would get an Uber to the mall or something like that and walk around the mall and then come back and then lay it down for probably about an hour or so, hour, 30 minutes or so, relaxing a little, turn some YouTube on. I'm probably looking at some Nick Van Exel highlights or something like that. You know, my body, my guy get me flowing. You get that lefty, see the lefty flowing, and then, then we at the gym. I'm at the gym as early as possible. Sometimes if I could get there, if I could even go to the gym earlier than the team, I would go. I'm usually going to the gym with my stuff on so I can go straight to the court when I get there, be the first one on the court, get through my routine. And by the time everybody comes to the court, I'm off the court and I'm kind of chilling again. So I tried to go out there and try to keep it the same, as close as possible. On the road, it's a little different. So, you got to make your own adjustments, but that's just what it is, man. Come out there and try to do the same thing. Whatever worked last game, we're doing it again.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I like that a lot. I did have, this is for the fans. So if you guys got any questions, EuroLeague TV, you can type in the question, interaction in the top right. You can even put them on the YouTube comments right now. As we're live, but I have a question for the fans. So Tyrese said he likes to get off the bus in his game stuff, just go right to it. So does that mean you had your basketball shoes on the bus and you were ready to rock? Or did you wait to put those on once you get on the court?
So I would always come with like some kind of practice gear or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like not my uniform. I wouldn't put my uniform on until I actually got ready to go. Like I would literally change everything I had on. Like tights, socks, everything. Like I would go through a full change right before I came onto the basketball court. So no, I would have on like some sweats or something, maybe a long sleeve tee, and then I would go in the locker room, drop my stuff, have my shoes, throw my shoes on, and I'm right on the court. Probably yelling at one of the trainers or something to be like, "Hey, come on, man, come on, let's go."
Yeah, hurry up, come rebound.
Like, come on, man. Like, you don't need to get the bags. You can get the bags later.
I love to hear that. I played with, this is for the fans. I also played with the legendary point guard in another location who did the same thing. So I'm going to let the fans guess to who also did the same. Fresh off the bus, straight to the court, get the shooting in. I totally understand it. You wanted to get the court, not be hassled, not get your ball hit as you were shooting, kind of just have your own piece. So it was smart. You had like a good 15 minutes without anybody getting out there.
Oh, sure.
So I like that. Sure. So fans, take a guess who I also played with that did the same for their pregame routine. But for everybody that's live on X and YouTube right now, that's it for now. Get on over to EuroLeague TV to watch the rest of the players' view. Obviously, this is going to be an amazing matchup. Game 2, Pana losing the first home one. I suspect they're going to really come out strong. And I can't wait to see how Maccabi matches that intensity at the start of this.
This is going to be a good one, man. I can't even imagine what the energy is like in that arena right now. I know it's sold out. I know it's loud. It's almost like